Research shows that mass tourism can destroy the natural, social, and cultural habitats of host countries. But it can also be a beneficial force and help protect resources and transform societies for the better. The key is to control resource consumption and channel the capital inflow wisely. In the case of Naxos, our research suggests that this means limiting water consumption and plastic pollution, and directing capital inflow to the Tregia and mountain communities, particularly to organizations that support local production and protect the nature and culture of the island. Naxos can benefit most from the transformational powers of tourism if it develops sustainable tourism products for visitors that spend their money, not only on beaches and parties, but have a desire to learn and connect, such as families and seniors. Science can help to identify and develop these sustainable tourism products. In our case, we asked ourselves how innovative media technologies can attract the right kind of visitors and allow them to protect and transform the island. Can we develop a media product that instills a real motivation to nurture the island? There is a role model that has existed for centuries. Normally, this motivation arises through a personal bond with locals. Through the natural hospitality of Naxians, visitors get a chance to see the island through their eyes. They learn to love what they love and want to nurture what they nurture. In turn, their love for the island is rewarded by the Naxians with a deepened personal bond, maybe an invitation to their home or a local festivity. A positive reinforcing cycle. Problem is that Naxians find it increasingly difficult to establish these personal bonds, mostly because they have no time, especially in high season. In our research project, we tried to tackle this essential problem, and we believe we found a solution. We recreated the vital bond with the Naxians by providing a relationship with virtual islanders. Virtual islanders who happen to have a lot of time to celebrate and share the beauty of their island, the Ancestors. Just like the real Naxians would do, the Ancestors develop a personal relationship with the players and reward them for their desire to protect the island, inviting players to their villages and sharing their stories. This is Dafni and her mother, a young family representing our target audience. When they check into their hotel, they receive an invitation to try our Guardians of Naxos game. Dafni is greeted by an ancestor. "Welcome to our island. We are happy to have you here. We want to give you a chance to help us protect the island for our children." The guide gives her a present, a bundle of life points that players can collect. "This is real money," the ancestor explains, "and you can donate it to everything you want to protect. Go ahead, try it." On her way into town, Dafni realizes that there are many places that need protection: small churches, old buildings, or archaeological sites. One place in particular piques Dafni's curiosity: an old spice shop, unlike any shops she has ever seen before. In the pop-up window, she learns that the Tsiplakis spice shop was opened in 1945, when the grandfather of the current owner moved here from the village of Damarionas. They offer cheeses only from the shepherd families that they have been working with since the 50s. Dafni decides that she wants to protect this shop. She is prompted to choose a donation of life points. How much does she want to give? There are micro donations, and she can choose amounts as low as 50 or even 20 cents. Just as she donates, her smartphone alerts her to the presence of an ancestor. The ancestor signals her to put on her headphones so Dafni can hear her. As a reward for protecting her family's spice shop, she wants to show Dafni how to get more life points. Her mother could go to any hotel to buy more life points. They are available in packages worth 10, 20, or 50 euros, and the receptionist assures her that nothing beyond this can be spent. But you can also win life points in the game, the Ancestor explains. Let me show you. On the Paralia, Dafni meets two women inviting visitors to the Guardians of Naxos HQ. Dafni promises to drop by later. She meets another girl that is also playing the game. There are 3 ways to gain life points in the game, the Ancestor explains. Ancestors have abundant life energy, and it will automatically rub off if you stay close to them. But there are other beings that radiate even more life energy. Next to the Ancestors, there are the Naiads, nature spirits that live near fountains and are devoted to protecting life on Naxos. And there are gods, Zeus, Dionysus, and the main prize, Ariadne. In her presence, you can gain as much as 10,000 life points, and that is real money. Unfortunately, Ariadne is busy protecting life on Naxos all the time. Only on Fridays, she takes a day off, and that is when she sometimes makes an appearance. Dafni follows the Ancestor deeper into the market and stumbles into a strange scene. They have found Ancestor Alley, one of the hidden gems of the game, where players can meet ancestors in interactive projections. 2 ancestors on the wall recognize Dafni as she passes. Isn't this the girl that donated to the Byzantine church in St. Georg? The personalized projections react to each player individually, based on their track record of protective activities stored in the game map. The Ancestors can thus individually reward the players for their desire to protect the island. Players can earn points by adapting their behavior. Mini-games may have their own internal reward system, with little skits, dances, and clown acts. The marketplace has always been the place to pick up news. The Ancestors can provide players with the most precious information in the game, where they last saw any Naiads, or even Ariadne herself. Dafni just received a new location for the Naiads, and they were last sighted close to the city. Players can share this information with others. Dafni asks her mother to take her to the location, an animal shelter on the outskirts of the city. The manager of the animal shelter points her to an adjacent field where the Naiads were indeed last seen. Maybe they have already moved on? She has already given up when her phone alerts that there is someone nearby. The next morning, there is a surprise waiting for Dafni at the hotel. The Ancestors and Naiads take notice of players who guard the island and visit them at night, and they sometimes leave presents at their doorsteps. Players might find knives, garments, swords, or any kind of virtual cultural heritage objects. The receptionist alerts Dafni to yet another present. Naiads leave figurines of the animals and plants that live on the island. Players can collect these animals and plant figurines to build their own little wildlife sanctuaries. Dafni is eager to learn more about the Guardians of Naxos and makes her way to a very special place hidden behind the Catholic Church, the Guardians of Naxos headquarters. The guides there are friends to the Naiads, and just like the Ancestors, can also give you hints about where to find them. The headquarters has lots of information on the island's protection issues and the projects that address them. The interactive map shows where wild animals have been reported by players, with sightings of eagles and rare vultures, as well as sea turtles on the coastline. The Guardians of Naxos HQ also offers guided tours to these remote areas in cooperation with local tour guides, with opportunities to book visits to local farms and workshops. The Guardian points out some eco-friendly farms, farm-to-table experiences, and wine tastings that might be interesting for her mother. On one of the trails, Dafni finds a project she likes. A big church in Philoti is in need of renovations. She adds it to her petition board. Players can adopt projects that they feel strongly about to a personal petition board. Back in Ancestor Alley, the ancestors can then react to Dafni's interests expressed in her petition board. Dafni is called back by a sturdy ancestor that introduces himself as Lumbus. He is from Philoti, and he likes that she wants to help their church. Ancestors may reward players for their interest in the island with the greatest honor they can bestow, an invitation to their home. Would she like to get a personal tour of their church? He invites her to come to Philoti. The visits to ancestor homes are intended to feel like visiting a real Naxian. They are designed to emulate the relationship visitors might develop with real Naxians. Visits often culminate in a virtual meal or festive event. Naxians are passionate hosts, and so are the ancestors. They love to party and just wait until Dionysus shows up.